Surprise. Okay, it's official. We're starting, shall we?
All right.
We are going to start besides the normal floor stuff, or any of your pre-mobility movements, with 10 fire hydrants. That's per side. Now, last week, or 2 weeks ago, banding this is optional. I just don't have a band. So those physical therapy bands around the top of the knees, totally welcome here, but certainly not a requirement. From there, we have 20 total. Shoulder taps from a bear plank position if we need to elevate the hands or hold a plank shape with two. That would probably be about, what, 20 to 30 seconds worth. Um, let's see, fine substitution. And then we have 10 hip thrusts or glute bridges. So depending on what you have available, we're going to just engage the glutes, hamstrings, brace, all that good stuff. Followed by, so we're doing 3 sets of that. We're doing 3 more sets in addition to this of 8 per side Bulgarian split squats. I said dumbbell. If you want to carry weight, please do. Followed by 10 total plank pull throughs into a row. Right? Does this sound familiar? It's because it is. We've done this already. We're just repeating it so that we can try and either add complexity, load, or just feel stronger this time. We hope. Fingers crossed. And then we have 3 times through, 10 good mornings, some V-ups, some heel elevated glute bridges, and Supermans. Or maybe swimmers if we need to change it up. So if that doesn't sound too terrible, or you haven't left yet, let's start with some cat-cat. Makes you feel any better, Meg? I lifted yesterday too. So it makes you feel any better. I lifted yesterday as well. It was upper body too. Didn't feel like.
Yeah, mostly upper and core and stuff.
I hope it's okay if I make an executive decision to finish my coffee. Is that okay?
Yeah, just don't slurp or we'll come over and smack you. Just kidding.
If that means you come over, I'm gonna slurp all day.
I'm not over to the computer. Virtual smacking. There is no real life smacking. That is not approved coach behavior.
Does that fall under unprofessional conduct?
Unprofessional conduct.
As I mentioned before, if there's something else you prefer to do to warm up, or get
Oh.
into your body, I use these few movements to kind of code switch from either sleeping for us to waking up and getting to our bodies, for shifting from post work or in between meetings to kind of ground ourselves. That's all we're looking for here. It's also generally pretty low stakes, meaning it's not meant to be sore or at least actively painful. So if there's any resistance, at least you know in sort of low stakes exercises, but always bird dogs because they're great for you.
What best connects your upper body and your lower body, and why is it bird dogs?
I mean, I don't know. Was that a trick question? It's
Yeah,
early.
it was
Okay.
an already answered itself question.
Okay, great. I was just like, I was like, I don't know. Should I know this answer? I mean, I probably know this answer. It's just 6:10 in the morning. You mean it's what we call core to extremity or your crossbody sling
Yeah.
fascially or fascia, depending on who you talk to. Depends on how fancy pants you are. It's like scone versus scone. Depends on how posh you are. Um, or where
Like
you
unstable versus what? No, never mind.
tomato, tomato. Um, so once you've gone through your floor piece, pre-activations, whatever you want to call them, we're checking in with the body. We have our fire hydrants. With these, the goal here is to activate this sort of lateral glute, or I think it's your glute med, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but this guy. Um, So my goal here is to keep a nice flat back. So if I can't lift it, I could lift higher, but that means I'm rotating the hips. I'm going to do 10 per side, which would other limit I can do with that hip. Okay. 10 per leg for those fire hydrants. Slightly less Pomeranian doing a handstand. You know what I'm talking about, Maxine. Yeah, she does. You've seen the videos where the little dogs are like peeing and they're like, "Ooh," and they fall over because I don't know.
Oh my God, that was funny.
But
So
it's great.
I don't think I still can't do the tabletop position. Ooh.
That's okay. In
So
which
we're gonna
case,
stay
so,
upright now.
so if we're standing, Maxine, we could do what we call diagonal kickbacks.
Okay.
So I'm going to, right, hold on. I would normally face my mantle, but if we're doing this, you can kick back and out.
Oh yeah, okay. It's like ballet lessons.
Like ballet. You don't have to point the foot. Pointing is not required.
Okay.
You can flex or point the foot, and we'll just do 10 per side there.
Uh,
So, whilst Maxine's doing her ballet exercises,
No,
um,
now we gotta do bear
you just
plank.
got to make
Get
sure your face
even
is
more shit
upward.
for being a princess.
You know what? It's hard being a ballet princess because you can't show what's happening when it hurts.
No, it
Your feet.
looks like you're just standing there drinking coffee.
Exactly. Um,
Got
so
fancy
they're
coffee.
playing shoulder taps. Now, this is just meant to be, I would say for you, Maxine, any kind of shoulder PT adjacent
Yeah,
stability work.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Within that 10 rep range is fine because that's usually around what physical therapists give. Otherwise, we're doing what Coach Meg is doing. Do me a favor to Meg, drop the knees a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. So with the knees closer to the ground. So less
You're hard.
I don't know. And a little shifting here is okay. Ultimately, because we have the knees closer, the body's going to shift a little, and that's sort of a natural. That's okay. I know in a plank shape, it's more rigid about that choice. You're following these 20 total shoulder taps from a bear plank position, followed by 10 either hip thrusts or glute bridges. The biggest difference being the hip thrust, we're leaning up against something, so we're kind of like seated or at an angle, right? A bit like this. So a bit like here versus our glute bridge we're laying down. So either way, 10 of those, or if you can't, if getting down and getting up is a pain in the ass, good mornings. Yeah. So I know the up and down can get a little cumbersome.
I'm just getting dizzy.
Yes, so if we're having genuinely any dizziness, vestibular issues, and or transitioning from the floor to standing up repeatedly is a problem. It's okay to do, I would do like all 3 sets of, say, bridges and then get up.
Okay. Oh yeah, maybe I'll just do that.
That's an option, but you can just, if that's making you dizzy, it's okay to just, the good mornings also might not help, so you tell me whichever works
This
best.
is fine.
Once you completed your hip thrust or glute bridges, you're going to go back to the top of that list. Were the doggies happy to see you?
Oh yes. Even I was worried Kona might have forgotten me because
Yeah.
I was only her mom for a little over a month before I left. But no, 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 stupid happy dancing,
Oh.
much dancing everywhere.
You can see it. Pit
And
bulls just like their tails wag their body and they just
oh yeah.
they're,
And
they're back.
then it was good because Otter was at camp when I got home, so Kona had her moment. And then she was kind of just cozy and happy. And then Otter came home and he lost his head. So yeah.
It's nice that they both have their moment because sometimes when you have two of them, that's a
So you
lot.
know what's hilarious is you were mentioning Pomeranians like up on their legs and then falling over. So Kona sometimes sits on her butt,
Mhm.
and then she does this thing where she puts both paws up and it like a Pomeranian, but sometimes she weeble wobbles, but she does fall down, and it's pretty hilarious. So like she'll be like, when she's really excited and
Did she fall
happy.
over by accident or is it on purpose?
No, it's just she's too attached. She's focusing on her upper body and she just kind of wobbles over.
She forgets leg day then. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's very cute. Whereas the cat just flops dramatically on purpose. Like it's intentional when she flops. You'll be proud. Nikki's doing his bike workout.
At the polo fields or at home?
Polo fields.
That's not his bike workout.
It is a bike workout and it is
Hey,
peak.
bike workout.
Genuinely socializing for him is a critical part of his mental health. So
Of course.
I'll take it. Because it makes me happier too.
I'll take a workout. I'll give him
Workout's a workout and he's biking, so hey. And he's pedaling consistently, I think. Beautiful. Doing this 3 times through, but resting between things as you need to do so. And if you do have the green band, Maxine, that you had before,
I do, yeah.
is it around your calves? I presume.
No.
No, it's okay. You don't have to. If
Okay.
we do this next time, or we're doing
Yeah. Band it. Yeah.
you can band the kind of lower calf
Okay.
to add resistance. But sometimes the band is too much. So if the bands are too much input, you could just take the band away.
Okay.
Or loosen the size of that band. Okay. I can say bye then too.
Bye.
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 Hello, goodbye. Please bike safely and drive safely. Thank you.
Yeah.
I can lock the door. Maybe two. Once you complete it, I think we're all in the 3rd round, right? So yeah,
Oh,
that's happy.
yeah. I think I just finished my 3rd.
That
Yeah.
was 3.
Okay.
It's highly likely, let's put it that way. You guys are all kind of in the same, I would say, pattern, for the most part. Okay, so now that the body's a little warmed up, I know the legs aren't quite there yet. So let's just do a few body weight, 2-foot squats, just to see how hips, knees, and ankles are feeling. And by a few, I mean 10. So unweighted, just yourself. Let's do 10 squats. I know you can't see my feet. That's okay. But, right, just kind of seeing how your body feels, right? So from the side, you can always face the camera. That's okay. Sitting back, your hands are doing whatever they want to do. So you're feeling balanced, just seeing what's happening with the hips, knees, ankles, back, shoulders, whatever's going on. So before we get into a single leg variation, let's just see how 2 feet feels. And if, frankly, 2 is enough, maybe that's all we're doing today.
Okay.
Okay. So as written, anyway, so the current plan is 8 per, sorry, I meant to write 4 sets, not 3. That's my apologies. 4 sets. I said 3 in the intro. 4 sets of 8 per side split squats. I said Bulgarian, foot can stay down. I just want a single leg variation. And once you've completed 8 per side, so whether your foot is lifted, right? So whether it's here, right? Or your foot is on the ground to squat is not important. What is doing 8 per side. So whether I have a weight in one hand, or I have a weight in both, Okay, right. So I'm doing a foot down version. Doing 8 of these guys, right? So hips go back. Whatever feels safe there. So that's our supposed to go up with the foot down. If you want to lift it for a rear foot elevation, you're more than welcome. Followed by 10 total alternating dumbbell or whatever object pull throughs into a row. I'm going to do something different, Maxine, but as written, it's going to be we're pulling across. I'm going to go towards the camera here. So it's under my right wrist. My left side pulls 1. Pull, row, 2. So I realize this might be a challenge for some of us. So maybe it's just the pull through. You could do the row only. So for you, Maxim, think of the row, which is kind of our bent over row.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll just do 5 per side on the bent over row.
Okay.
Maybe depending on how you feel.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of pulling, basically.
Sounds good.
Trying to emphasize the pulling part. The plank part is just a bonus. Really.
Got it.
Pull through. Nice job. And as you're rowing, you're going to keep the hips relatively low. Nice job. That's
It started in the right position, but as my mat was scooching back, I was like,
yeah, you're probably like trying not to pop. I get it. Fall down. Understand.
my mat feels slippy today. It might just be me. Might just be me.
That's okay.
1. Sorry.
That Cookie Monster.
Count.
That was the count.
Sorry. We count together sometimes, okay? I mean, like sometimes they count as a team. I watched that episode. No, you may take a break. In fact, I encourage you to take a break after your rows, the plank pull through and row. Whether it's just like a minute or whatever you need. Okay. And if you can, we're gonna bias a little bit of depth on that squat. Even if it means we need to remove some weight or add some support with, let's say, a wall, or sometimes like a dowel. If you don't have a wall nearby, just have a stick in your opposite hand can be helpful. Okay. So I'll repeat again. We're doing 4 sets. I know I said 3 in the introduction. We're doing 4 sets. Unless we're limiting volume on purpose. Good job.
Oh, wait.
Is it slidey?
Still slidey, yes.
It's okay if you need to adjust your mat or yourself so you don't slide off or doesn't doesn't feel like the ground's moving underneath you.
Yeah, but this time I only went like 5 inches. Whereas last time I felt like I went the whole way across the room.
Well, if it helps, it doesn't look like it. I mean,
I think I just need to put my feet a little wider outside the mat and then I won't be pushing back as much.
yeah, sometimes too, I'll just have my hand. Well, actually, it depends. These yoga mats that we both have are probably big enough, but often I'll just have my hands off the mat or my feet off the mat. That doesn't, I mean, sometimes that can help. It's not a given, but.
Balance. Morning balance.
Yeah, balance is going to be a factor. This may just be a camera angle thing. Uh, but it looks like you're slightly toed in. And maybe it's just the angle of your camera, which is
It definitely is because my toes. So,
okay, got it.
but
Does that make them feel better when you toe in?
so I was born toed in.
Oh, so just in general,
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
what's
and so
okay.
it's so funny. Like I don't think about it, but then it's one of those things where you discover in PT, like, oh no, it is still a thing. You just don't notice it in your day to day, right?
Sure.
But
Okay.
my toes, and we also know that my toes are jacked. But I was
Yeah.
born
That's,
pigeon toed, and everybody thought it was so cute. But I couldn't take more than 2 steps and fall on my face when I was little, so I wore braces on my legs.
mm. Obviously it seems better now, but when so it doesn't seem to come up when you're doing 2 foot stuff, right? Because I
Yep.
think obviously correct for.
Single leg and things like the bear
Yeah.
stuff is
Uh-huh.
like because I'm pivoting like you're on your toes,
Yeah.
right? So sometimes two-legged planks are cool, but one-legged becomes really difficult.
Mm.
Because now suddenly I'm balancing on one toe and not.
Yeah.
It's not something to skip, it's something to actually work on, but yeah.
Yeah, when you're doing single leg stuff, can you correct for that foot position? Like, or does that
Let's
foot
give it a try. It kind of just naturally kind of goes in, but I can try. I can try.
give it a shot? Obviously, if it causes something really weird, you can even start with the foot down, as opposed to kind of like rear foot lifted. But no, so I was just wondering, that's good to know. I wasn't sure it was a camera. Sometimes it's just the camera angle. You're like, I don't know.
Should have lied and said it was the camera angle. Woohoo! 3 down.
Good. Go ahead, do me a favor. Take a nice long rest. Say long, minute-ish, maybe longer.
Okay, now the foot is straight.
Yeah, there you go. And guess what? You get a little more range of motion. Voila. Um, Arisa, don't forget your row and the pull through. The pull through row.
Oh, yes. Oh, I've been forgetting. All right.
Okay. We normally only do the row or the pull through in your defense, right? So it's not, we did that last week, but we don't often put those two things together. Nice job. So on those split squats, right, regardless of whether your rear foot is lifted or not, we're looking for the hip, the knee, and the ankle on your squat leg. That's the one in front. To be, looks like a line. The dots connect in a straight line. So this is more just if for anyone who is moving on to the next piece, which we all are, but if you need to grab something to lift your heels up on for the heel elevated glute bridges, um, it could just be like a little step stool. It could be Obviously, if you don't have anything, that's fine. But if you have like a thing you can think of, right? It's a sturdy piece of furniture, right? That'll be great. A bench obviously is ideal because it's stable, but a sofa will do the trick if in a pinch. Um, or nothing at all. We could just do glute bridges. Um, so if you need to grab that, you can grab that. Good. We're doing 10 total, by the way, with the pull through in rows, not 10 per side. I mean, unless you want to. The row just adds more time and attention.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. The well-deserved break. We're going to be moving on to our final piece, our accessory pieces. So we have good mornings. We're doing 10, either 10 of each or 10 per side. So we're doing 10 good mornings. These are one of those exercises, again, they're just meant to be a nice activation or a stretch for some of us. And whether you weight these or not is not important, but either way, we're standing up either hands behind the head on the waist, but I want a nice open chest position and my hips move behind me. So adding weight, some people like to have a bar on their back, some people like to carry a chest, the weight that their chest, all that's fine if you choose. But we're looking for a nice stretch of the hamstring, followed by 10 alternating V-ups. Again, we can find a different thing if we can't lay down and get up. But assuming we can get to the floor, we can do alternating V-ups or tuck-ups. Biggest difference being between the two, one is a straight leg position where I go left hand to right foot versus doing the opposite, which would be an opposite, easier, right? Touching a leg, knee, lower leg situation versus like a straight. So that's going 2, it's 3, it is not 4, 5. And when the shoulders lifting. We can't do that. Find an ab exercise, dead bugs, whatever suits your fancy. We're doing 10 of those. Heel elevated glute bridges. This is 10 per side. I apologize, I wrote that a little bit funny. So heel elevated glute bridges, you're gonna find something to lift your heel up on, or you can have something else. But if you can lift the heel, right? So
Just one heel is elevated?
correct.
Oh, got it. Yep.
So you have this guy. I know my foot's on my couch, and then I'm gonna here. If it needs to be 2, that's okay. And if you don't have that option, right, you can V stance it. So where the foot is a little kind of here, right? So you can have, this is my glute bridge. This is my less supported leg. And that can be, so my right leg closest to you is supporting but not helping. So my left glute's firing or vice versa. So that can be another way to support the single leg variation. And then supermans. This is our either holds or up and down. So you can have the option for holding here, right? Or we can go up and down instead. We do swimmers. Maybe we can do swimmers. With the arms. Okay, and that's a lot of information. Let's do one thing at a time. So over here, good mornings. All right. If the weight's in front of you, you might feel this more or in addition to in your core, which is totally fine. It's great.
God, that feels good. That feels good.
Yes, hopefully it's meant to be a nice, just lengthening the hamstring. And if you're on the flexible side, the stretch might be less obvious. There might not be a stretch, which is okay. After your good mornings, so our V-ups, I'm looking for just I would say, let's do goblet marching steps. So I'm gonna carry your weight, Maxine, a weight. I'm gonna go hold it here. Just kind of marching emphasis is on the standing leg and that glute. So we're bracing here, lifting. Yeah. And if you have the option, not that you need to, you can go heavier on the weight carried here because
Okay.
we can typically carry more in our hands. But for our heel elevated glute bridges, we can do single leg deadlifts, Maxine, if we need to substitute that for a standing variation. But if we're doing a single leg glute bridges, even with your foot elevated, which I think most of us have the option for, you can still take that split stance position, meaning the non-working leg can just be kicked a little bit forward. Let's do some single leg deadlifts instead, Maxine.
Okay.
I know we're kind of, like,
I appreciate the modifications.
yeah, so if we're having some balance stuff, we don't need to add to that. And you can always lift your back foot if you want more of a balancey thing situation. We can also keep the foot down forward less. On your Supermans, I know I can't demonstrate well with my setup here, but keep your feet together and toes pointed. So we're reaching height and we're reaching for length, which I couldn't do for my own setup, but I would go diagonally if I'm doing this exercise.
One.
Glute bridges. You can skip, I mean, no, the glute bridges were the deadlifts, excuse me. Supermans, I would say I would say if you have additional, either A, skip it, or B, we're looking for like some sort of shoulder thing, right? So like we can do standing swimmers, not that really it's a thing, but
These are good PT.
right.
Fine. Yeah. Thank you.
As long as we're not overdoing that, right? If you do like
Yeah.
50 reps,
No, it's fine.
too many. You do not like 50 of each, you're like, man, I'm wrecked. And your physical goes, well, maybe you only do 30 of them. Yeah, some people are great at physical therapy and they're like, too much, do less of that. Most of the time I was like, have you done your exercises? No. Does it still hurt? Yes.
Yeah. Well, something there.
Mm. Yep. like, okay. It's one thing if you're doing them and it still hurts. That's different.
Yeah. No, so I'm almost 4 years out from breaking my shoulder. Just crazy.
Oh, wow.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. At 4 years. I swam on Sunday and like could feel it loosening up again. It's like even more. Like 4 years. We're still
Wow.
Well, does
Okay,
your
I was in a different age group when you gave me that birthday present.
I
Also, my birthday's coming up, and I don't want anything from you. Okay,
No.
let's be clear. Just verbalizing it so that you don't.
don't worry.
I'm starting the list of the care packages in my head right now. Just get ready. I'm kidding. I can't think of anything.
You guys send me tiny ducks. Maxine
Go to
gets
the
sick or
hospital.
injured. She goes to Barcelona and breaks her foot or falls off a curb or whatever. Okay. Oh, I forgot what I was doing, but now I
I think
remember.
Stay indoors on your birthday.
Loose wrap her in bubble wrap.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, feeling these.
The which one? The single leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Your butt's gonna be like, excuse me.
My butt is like, excuse me, with these, baby.
Yeah, the single leg heel elevated glute bridges. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
So you're all kind of lifting your foot, which is great. If that becomes frankly untenable, where you're like, whoa, yeah, that's not happening, the glute just stop working because they do sometimes. They go on strike. You can put your heel down. It just means that you're going to be one heel is helping, like one foot's helping, one heel is not
Okay.
as much.
Uh,
Got toes together on the Supermans. Yeah,
I'm trying.
because I mean,
Oh,
it also keeps your lower body engaged on this, where when the feet spread out, we tend to, it's not passive extension. It's just less active.
it's more lower backy and less lower fronty.
Yeah, I find the feet together limits our extension, but in a way that kind of can sometimes limit people, can keep people a little safer on that. If you tend to extend, you have an extension bias.
Oh,
That's when you kind of,
yeah, so I feel that one right here. But the 5 of them with 40-second ISO holds in those were killer yesterday.
it's like an ISO holder a long time. Very, very, very long time.
I lost track of how many we've done.
2! Wah, See, you need me. You need me.
Always.
In fairness, Maxine, we've like doubled down on the hinge because other things have break. So which is probably why you're feeling. I mean, not to say that Coach Meg and that Arisa aren't feeling it either, but you've done the same variation of a hinge 3 times now. So so
It's
hence
all
like,
good. It's all good. Feels good.
yeah, it's I mean we can tolerate a lot more in that position generally, so it should be okay.
Gonna be able to crack a walnut with her ass. All right. And then that means she's just gonna climb like crazy on the bike.
Top life goals. Crack a walnut.
Walnut.
But Coach Thomas wants you to be able to bounce a nickel off your butt. And if you can, then you're gonna be better on the bike. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but we'll get there. Oh wait, what am I doing? Oh, that's right. Stupid V. I mean, wonderful V-ups.
Your favorite.
Those marching things are good too. Wow.
Yeah, the glute, I like a standing goblet march. When you focus on the standing leg, it's nice because then you're not like raising your knee to your chin,
Yeah.
right? It's not about like marching high. It's also the balance demands are relatively low, relatively, but it's enough that for most people that works pretty
Yeah.
well.
You can get your core going there.
Yeah.
Good
The the tone one of the things yesterday is the weighted farmers march on the
one.
tone. And it like you definitely feel everything engaged, but and you it requires balance so that you're not, but like it feels really supported even though you're lifting. So I like that one a lot actually.
Yeah. So
I feel like
so
it does a lot for what doesn't like, oh, it doesn't feel that hard. And then you're like, nope.
you do 30 of them and you're like, yep. Mhm. Yeah, no, I think it's regardless whether you're carrying the weights here, right? We're doing goblet, farmers, right, next to your sides. Right, suitcase just means kind of one-sided farmers carry versus two. If you have one weight instead of two. They're all great. They're all just different variations on a theme.
Yeah.
So I'd say if you have heavier weights and you're like, man, I can't carry it like this because this is whoa, too heavy. That's when we go to here, right? And you can do a similar marchy thing. Or if you're me on my first day of PT, you're hanging onto the wall and you're like, I'm not falling over. Yeah, I'm okay now. I could do it without the wall. But
I know. Pointy toes together.
toes together. When you're flying, you still have to look nice, you know?
I'm gonna check out Superman videos and see if his toes are together.
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna send an email. Just kidding.
A strongly worded email.
Yes, exactly.
Which
Hey,
Superman?
red boots.
Which Superman? If it's Henry Cavill, tell him I say hello. That's all I'm saying.
He might actually reply.
No. Nice guy. He might. Or his PR person might be like, don't encourage this.
I'd have to tell his dog I said hi though.
There you go.
Both of them. I mean, like, let's be honest. We're here for the dog, but the man is also very handsome.
Dude, I just really want to talk about the fact that you don't point your toes in Superman.
Well, I forget what Star Wars film it was. It was some of the newer, I say newer, not the original Star Wars films. And I forget there's a scene in which someone was running and someone like actively like made fun of her running form, which it was objectively not very good in fairness, but still. And then she went and corrected it. Was like, fixed it.
It's off. All I want to say is all you Josie come